The next hand I'm playing is also from, I think it's the same session on 3-6 I made for this video. We have 7, 8, 10 jack in the big blind. We have roughly 135 big blinds, and we can see there's lots of money on the table with half price that we're positioned on is the only one that doesn't cover us. Button is opening, and I think it's pretty standard 3-bet here. Very normal. You should steal quite a bit first in the button. We have a very playable hand, not too deep, and our sample is kind of tight, and he folds 21% to 3-bet, so we might take it down pre-flop, and even that's kind of good. A lot of dead money already, and I think these hands play very well post-flop, so it's not a big decision. We flop gin, and I think this is again a balanced spot where if you want to bet this flop a lot, don't mind betting as strong as this as well, because he will have lots of pair with a gutter, pair with a flush draw, just top pair with kicker doesn't believe us with, and some naked flush draw he wants to play for stacks if we bet. And he might take some tight checkbacks with some of these equity hands if we check to him, especially since he is on the tighter side. And I just want to balance it out with even when it's so strong. If I have really strong reads, and this was really spew aggro player that really tries to win every pot, I see arguments for actually check calling to balance out that kind of range. But for this hand, I think the best is to play it normally as a 3-better and just combination bet it to take it from there. He calls. He's, by the way, a reg. And yeah, you can see he's sitting deep. He's probably anything but scared money. The turn is a blank. And we have quite a few options here. This might actually also be another spot to do a check raise, but I think he's gonna check back quite a few hands, even maybe some weak 2 pairs, even though we probably just bet call them off quite a bit. Point being, I think there's a lot of hands that can peel again that is not giving me action, and I'm trying to actually this time just pot it in and represent something marginal that just want to protect. Obviously we have a huge monster here with top 2 gutter and a flush draw, and I just hope he have enough equity that he thinks he can either call it off or just actually throw it in, and yeah, versus what I'm representing. And he calls full pot, so he definitely have something, quite a few high flush draw with some extras pairs. He might have some 2 pairs you want to see river with in position, and my plan going into the river is basically I have half pot left, just a bit over it. I think I'm actually gonna value bit flushes and straights and full houses, even though there's some room for him for bluffs. The river fills one of the backdoor straight draws, plus the nut gutter from the flop. I think I can make a case for all options there, but I actually want to go for light value. We have top 2 pairs, lots of high spades misses. We have 3-bet him. There's not too many gutters barreling off, and there's a cooler if you have a straight, but I think he will check back bad 2 pairs and quite often call it off. So I decided to just go all in, and he calls me with runner 2 pairs. As you can see, he flops a bad flush draw, turns a pair with an open underhand flush draw, so I understand his call, even though his flush draw is shitty. And I know we timed it a bit down, and we obviously have a bluff catcher, and decided the price was too good. That's why I like to value show, because it gets great price with lots of hands. I think a lot of jacks ups, jack 5 plus. It's kind of nice to value show with these stacks in this position. So this was a hand where the light value show with a bit weird stacks maybe was the main point.